What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. My name is Dakota Jones, Dcsuperzam on TikTok. I do movie reviews, all that type of stuff. So today we're going to be reviewing She-Hulk episodes 1 and 2. First off, I'm going to start with episode 1. Episode 1, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons first. So, the pros of this TV show, of the episode 1, is definitely it got right into the action. There's no time wasting. Pretty much all the Marvel TV shows right now, MCU TV shows, have been pretty slow. This one was pretty quick, and that is like the main pro. That it went like right into what everyone wanted to see, and it showed more of Bruce Banner because I really wanted to see him more. We've in the last like couple years we haven't really seen Hulk too much. So I'm so glad we're seeing more of him. Another pro is I love the conversations between them two, Jennifer and Bruce. It's just so cool to see two Hulks in the MCU now. I also like how she got her powers, but here are the cons of episode 1. The cons kind of contradict the pros of episode 1, so I'm just going to say it. I loved how it got right into it, but at the same time it felt rushed. Like they didn't do it properly. How she got her powers, yeah, that was a good way, but it kind of felt a little lazy and too quick. She got all of her powers, and all of her backstory was in the span of like 4 minutes. So it was really, really quick. It should have been an entire episode, in my opinion, maybe half an episode at least. And I just think it was a little bit rushed. So that's, I guess the pro is also a con. Another con is obviously the CGI. Everyone complains about that. The VFX team is amazing, but they don't get too much time to actually do what they wanted to do. And the director is always changing, or the writer is always changing what they want. So I feel bad for the VFX artists. They get so much hate, and I guess I'm contributing to that, but it is what it is. Another con is the really corny and cringy dialogue. I know people are like, oh, it's kind of like a comic book. And I guess you could say that's a pro, but for me, that's a huge con. I think whenever I want to watch a comic book show, yes, it's cool to be accurate to the comics, but I don't want it to be cheesy comic accurate. I want it to be comic accurate in the way of their character or maybe their suit or whatever. I don't want it to be accurate to how the dialogue is or how cheesy it was back in like the 50s or 40s. She-Hulk came out recently in the comics, but meaning Hulk, I don't know when he came out, like 60s, something like that, a long time ago. So the last con is that I just think the writing is a little lazy. Marvel has been lacking a lot in writing. They're rushing and putting too many projects out. Episode 1, I would give a 7 out of 10. Here are my opinions on episode 2. So episode 2, it was alright at best. Maybe 5 out of 10 at best. 6 out of 10. Now I thought this one was too slow. It's really, they're really trying to get the perfect pacing, but it's over. The first one was too quick, then the second one was too slow. It's like, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why the pacing is just not the best. However, I did enjoy that they showed Abomination and Jennifer Walters talking to him and showing a different side of him, a different perspective. I am for that. I really liked how they kind of made him a little vulnerable and made him think, and made you, as of now, believe that he wasn't trying to be the bad guy. He's trying to do good, which is whatever people told him. So he was trying to be a good guy. He thought he was the good guy. So I think that's pretty good. I believe, like, in my opinion, that was a good part of Marvel. Another pro about episode 2 is that I like how Hulk is going back to Sakaar. So, as if you're a comic book reader or whatever, you know that he has a son. So maybe this could be a possibility that he could have a son in the MCU. Also, Wolverine was an Easter egg. He was mentioned, so it's kind of confirmed he's in the MCU now. There was a lot of good things about this, but in my opinion, how slow it was just made the entire episode horrible to me. You could set up as many things as you want, but if the episode itself isn't good, I'm not gonna rate it a higher rating just because it set up new things. Like, those things could be better, but it's not part of really not a part of the episode. They're just setting up other things that are different from it. In my opinion, the best thing about the series that we know of, there could be more things, but that we know of, is that Daredevil's coming back with his amazing new suit. I think it's really cool. It's more accurate to the comics, but they made it modern at the same time, which I like. They didn't make it cheesy. So I'm against cheesiness. I don't care if it's a comic book movie. I still do not like cheesiness. I want a fresh movie that is related to the comics. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. I literally love every single person who watches this. Like, I literally appreciate it so much. See you guys in the next video.